All right, Coach Hiltz, you're in your first year as a head coach at ULM now after a basically almost a full year away. Talk about your expectations for the 2013 season and quite a schedule that you have lined up.
We do have a nice schedule, and I want to say first that I'm really happy to be back. I enjoyed my time here when I was here as the assistant coach, and it's good to be back as a head coach, and I got a lot of expectations that I think we can meet. So moving from there, the schedule was intentional. I set it up the way I set it up because I wanted to have weekends and games that really tested who we are and give us a good look at what we can accomplish. So that first weekend, right out of the gates, we've got some of the top teams in the country that we're going to go and play, and that's going to be fantastic because we beat some of those teams and we're on track. If we can't beat those teams, we're going to be able to come back and look and see, okay, where were our holes? What did they expose that we need to work on? So you got to have games like that with people that can show you where your weaknesses are if indeed they're able to beat you. And then we've got some games in between where, the idea would be hopefully we can compete in those games and build some confidence as well, because with the new group, we've got new players coming in, we're going to want them to understand that together they can win games. So it was done intentionally schedule-wise to make sure that we have a good balance of really, really tough matches that are going to show us who we are and what we can improve on or what we're doing well, versus maybe some matches that hopefully we can get some confidence working on. And I think I'm excited about it.
You touched on this a little bit. You've got 5 newcomers coming in. There's a lot to be excited about there, too. So talk about the 5 newcomers and your 6 returners.
Yeah, it's very rare that 50% of the team is going to be new, and that's exactly what we've got. I mean, you can call me out on my math, but essentially 50% is what we've got. And I do like the girls that we have coming in. We've got a good balance, a couple of junior college kids coming in that should have some experience. One of them's got some national championship experience. That's all she knows is winning, and that's Kayla Kane, so I'm excited to see what she can do at this level. I think she's going to be a fantastic addition for us. And then, Rachel's coming in from a junior college as well, where she doubled as a sand and indoor player, and has some fantastic abilities that she's going to bring to the table. And then we've got 3 freshmen coming in that are going to bring a new energy and a new blood into our program and what we're trying to do. And these are high caliber kids that are used to winning. And so, the idea is going to be we got to get a mindset that we are winners and we are going to win. So that we can get out of the idea that ULM is supposed to be at the bottom of the conference. And so I think that the returners that we have are ready for that change. And from the conversations that I've had, they're excited to say, okay, let's get this done. Enough is enough, and let's turn the corner and win some games. And they understand the importance of that group coming in as being an aid or a guide or help to what they want to accomplish. Because again, this is still the team of that group that's returning. It's still their team, and it's their goals, and they understand what we're up against and what we need to do to improve and get better. So it's going to be a matter of both those groups coming together, being on the same page and supporting each other. And we can do that, we're going to be very successful.
When you were an assistant here in 2011, you won 10 games for the first time in a very long time. You won 11 as a head coach at Nichols last year. What is that where your bar is set this year, or is your bar higher than that, and maybe even looking at something like making the Sun Belt tournament for the first time since ULM joined the league?
Yeah, I mean, 2011 was a special season. There was a lot of negative streaks that were broken, and it was exciting for the players, and they worked really hard, and it was important to them to break those before they left, especially that senior group. And so that was neat. But the funny thing about it is you asked me about that 10 and 16 season. Everybody's so excited about that 10 and 16 season, and I still see it as a 13 and 13 season. Mm-hmm. I still look at it and go, that's what it should have been. We lost 3 games in the 5th game by 2 points. We're right there, 13 and 13. 13 and 13 puts us in the conference tournament. So I feel like it's kind of the same core that we still have 2 years later. So there's no reason why we shouldn't make the conference tournament, in my opinion. So if there's no reason why we shouldn't make the conference tournament, then the goal then becomes to win that thing. So that's what we're out to do. Let's be very real about what the goal is. The goal is to go out and win the conference tournament. Anything less than that, we got to go back to the drawing board and go, okay, why didn't we? And that's always going to be what we're shooting for, is we want to compete for that title. If we're shooting for anything less than that, then why the heck are we here? So, the girls need to understand, and everybody else needs to understand, that we are here to be at the top of the Sun Belt Conference on a year-by-year basis, and that's my goal. And that means I'm going to have to work really hard, and that's okay. And I understand the history of ULM, and everybody's going to say, well, you've never done it. Why not now? Why not now? Why not this team? Why not this group? I think they're capable. Are we willing to work hard enough to do it? And I think that we are.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, and we'll be talking throughout the course of the season. ULM Volleyball head coach Patrick Hiltz.